Welcome to Babson. Today we're going to be touring around Trim Dining Hall, Reynolds Campus Center, and Horn Library. Come on! These are the sections for our main courses of the meal, and there's usually a lot of meat options as well as vegetable options. Around here we have vegetarian and vegan options to accommodate any sort of dietary restrictions. Another food section where we can have more options and selections to cater our diet towards whatever needs we have. This is the omelet and egg section for the morning, and during lunches and dinners, it's usually a comfort food section where there's fried chicken and fries and all those sort of foods. This is where the salad bar is. We have seasonal lettuce options, and my personal favorite is always the cucumbers and the tomatoes because they're just really refreshing options for me to add into my diet as a vegetable. These soups are super comforting, especially in the winter. Around this area, we have the fruit bar and the yogurt bar. We can customize any sandwiches and wraps at this sandwich station. This allergen friend zone is where if you have any allergies, then all these food items around here are safe options for you to consume. We can't forget about the dessert bar because especially if you have a sweet tooth like me, you would always be able to come here after you have your main course of the meal and just pick up a dessert option. We have fresh roasted coffee for your daily dose of caffeine, and a waffle and toast bar for the mornings. We also have a lot of jam options and butter and cream cheese so that you can have any toppings to your liking. And of course, we cannot forget about the cereals. We also have unlimited fountain drinks, of course, so no matter what you want to drink and what you're feeling like for the day, you can always rely on these fountain drinks.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Ice cream. We cannot forget about that. My personal favorite section of the entire dining hall is definitely the ice cream bar. Whether it's winter or the summer, I come here all the time just for some sweet treats after my entire meal. We're now at Reynolds Campus Center, which is right across from the Globe, and come on. We have the Babson Campus Store, and this is where you can get all sorts of Babson merch. For example, these sweaters. We have a lot of different variations of the Babson t-shirts. And there's also a lot of dorm room essential products that you can all purchase around here. Just in case you need anything for your dorm, always remember to come to the Babson Campus Center. There are a few offices such as the Campus Activity Board, the Mindfulness Room, and more. The Smoothie Labs offers a lot of smoothie options, and my personal favorite is definitely the acai bowl. Although it's closed on a Saturday, it's usually open on the weekdays. And we have this little snack shop with chips, protein bars, sushi and cut fruit, and a lot of drink options too. Dunkin' Donuts is where you can get coffee every single morning, and there's also bagels, there's pastries, all in Dunkin'. And we have a huge study space, so if you're studying with your friends, or especially when I came in as a Gen Admin and I was trying to grab coffee chats with a bunch of people, it's just a huge public space for you to just sit around and chill out with your friends. The Global Lounge is a space on the second floor where if there's meetings and if there's small events, then it's all hosted in this space, and it's also right across from the Globe. Today's a Saturday, but usually our mailroom is open from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it's also open during the summers, so if you have any packages, you can always ship it to Babson and you'll receive it at the mailroom. After another 30 seconds of walking, we're now in front of Horn Library. Babson Commons is a space where we can all hang around, especially after class. There are a lot of students around this area just gathering together, catching up with each other, and it's a pretty newly renovated space, and that's why there's so much light, super bright. Centennial Café is my personal favorite place on campus for food because we can get all sorts of Starbucks drinks and Starbucks foods here. Usually there's a lot of students ordering drinks every single morning from Monday to Friday. The Color Center of Finance is a room where there's a lot of screens, so especially if you're concentrating in finance or if you're taking any finance courses, you're learning about stock trading or investments, or you're just analyzing any graphs, this is definitely the room for you to be in, so definitely take any finance courses in the Color Center of Finance. We're officially in Horn Library, so I'll try to keep my voice down, but usually around exam season, such as right now, there's a lot of students around all these tables just studying and making their final push before their actual exam. This is also the finals week community puzzle where people can de-stress and just solve the puzzle if you want to take a break in between your study sessions. The copy room is where we can have unlimited physical copies of paper, so if we have any research paper or if you're just trying to hand out flyers, for any entrepreneurship or business courses, Babson has enough resources for you to print out unlimited sheets of paper to support your learning. If you also want to have a private group meeting, no worries. We have a lot of private library rooms for you to book through the Babson website. We have rooms that accommodate 4 to 8 people, so if you have any group meetings, this is the place to be. On the second floor, we have even more study spaces so that you can study privately by yourself. My ritual before every exam is that I would come to this place on the second floor because I just like to sit at one of these high chairs. I would come really early in the morning before the exam and order myself an iced latte with oat milk at Centennial, and then just stay here until I need to have the exam. The third floor is a silent study area, which is why we won't be entering, but basically inside, this is the only place on campus where it's zero volume, so you cannot have any phone calls or chats, and it's just a silent studying space if you want full focus.